Hello everyone, welcome back to the Battlefield Siege Run here, and we got another Pauper video. We are playing more Breathless Knight. I was thinking about this deck a fair bit, and I saw on the Reddit, I won't take full credit for this deck, but someone was talking about Red Room Recruits. This is a connive creature. It's a new one from the Marvel set, and now we have Raffine's Informant, which is the connive creature, but now this is a connive creature, and one's white, one's black, and hey, what works well with a white-black show is Breathless Knight, and we probably know this is a bit of a fan favorite, Breathless Knight. People have been trying to break it since it came out, but to no avail. There are some lists kicking around, and I've tried it in the past, but I think this is a cool shell to kind of work around. So essentially how the deck works is we're using the conniving creatures to either build up the board from an aggro base, and then also build a bit of a wall as well if you're playing against some other low to the ground aggro decks. And then you want to be able to unearth or recommission back the Breathless Knight. And it runs just a general show of lots of sacrificing creatures, drawing cards. We've got Village Rites and Corrupted Convictions, and we've got the Sneaky Snackers. This also allows the Breathless Knight to get bigger. Lunark Veterans with Disturb comes back from the graveyard, makes Breathless Knight bigger. Bone Shards is good because we can play this on turn 1 to destroy a creature, and then of course we can unearth the recon on turn 2 to bring back Breathless Knight, and just another good 3-drop in the form of Inspiring Overseer, just to gain life and draw a card, which is pretty good. So we have this really nice grindy shell, sneaky snacking and drawing cards, and with the conniving and Inspiring Overseers, if you have sneaky snacks in the bin, you can kind of go like draw for turn, then you can go Red Room Recruit, connive, discard a sneaky snacker, unearth maybe like an Inspiring Overseer, draw another card, bring back your Sneaky Snackers. So there's lots of really cool combos in this. This isn't the first version I did. I did do a Gates build, which I wasn't too keen on because I think there's lots of Gates decks played right now, especially with the new Skybow combo. So I don't think it's particularly that good in that sense because we are just as grindy as them, but they have an infinite combo that they can just hit on whenever they need to. This video is probably a smidge different. We're just going to play against 2 matches, because I played a lot of the Gates version and I wasn't too happy with that list. So I just played against 2 matches with Mono White Heroic, and we also played against Mono Red Madness. So some good matches, and it's curious to know how this deck goes. The sideboard I think is pretty straightforward. We've got some Graveyard Hate, Accursed Marauders I think is pretty good with the Reanimates that we have. Crypt Rats, same thing with Reanimates, and recommissioning a Crypt Rats is pretty broken. Prismatic Strands and Dust to Dust. Also want to try Mesmeric Fiend because we can always sacrifice it with the Corrupted Conviction on the stack and get a little bit of value out of that one with how the wording works. And yeah, I think that's about it. So if you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. Also, you can use my code SiegeRyan when you go through Mana Trades to get a little bit of money off. They have a very good program for Pauper decks. Their cheapest rental choice allows you to have more credits if you're only renting Pauper cards. All right, without further ado, let's jump into the first one. I'll see you there. We'll mulligan this, no lands. They mulligan as well. This mana is also not good. We probably need to go up on mana, I'm thinking, in this deck. From the couple of bitter scratchies, maybe 18 is too low. Are we going to go up to 20? Let's mulligan. Look, this is fine. We'll just honestly get rid of this and this. We just headquarters into Raffines. Looks like we're playing against some kind of red deck. Alright, we'll play this. Pass. Do Raffines Informant, probably just discard the veteran. But if we draw Breathless Knight, things get better for us. Alright, they are just playing Madness Burn. Okay. I'm more inclined to honestly just go Lunark Veteran and just play the Basilica to get more life from the lands and what have you. Pass turn. Alright. Sneak Attack and Corporate Prize. Fair enough, attack for 1. Alright, so I think our best play would literally be like a Raffine's Informant into something fun. So let's try that. Come on, deck. Right, obviously click through these. Yield this life gain. Always yield this connive. Come on, give me a discard of a Breathless Knight. I know you want to. Alright, land is not as fun. We just get rid of a swamp, I guess. Tap land. Attack for 1. We could have discarded a recon, I guess, so we can actually block this Cassic Flame Breather if we want to. we're probably actually just going to block this anyway, and then recommit, and it'll be a 4/3. We connive something else away. It's just mono just blocking. That's what it's doing. It's probably going to be gaining more life as well. They might just chuck this at the raffine's informant. They probably shouldn't. They probably should just point to face. Again, Breathless Knight is our best hit in these next two. Hopefully, that's what we get. They should attack both. Yep, they are. Look, I want to block because I'm going to recommit anyway. 4/3 is just a lot more doable. What we have. Okay. There's still recom. Just uses a man of the best. Gain some life. Let's connive. Village rights, eh? I think I'm more inclined to just get rid of a land now. Get rid of a plains, and then we can play the swamp. Attack for 1. And we're likely just going to be let's just pass. I know we're not using our mana the best, but I don't really want to unearth this Lunite veteran. Like I could, but okay, there's an Epicure. We're on a pretty low life total, to be honest. We need our Breathless Knights. We need. Okay, they have that stacker. All right. Oh, they're just doing it the hard way. Okay. Obviously, probably not attacking with the Flame Breather. That makes sense. Yeah, in for 2. Let's just Village Rights this Lunite veteran, I think. I was just gonna Fire Blast me twice. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. Yep. Alright. I think we still have a good matchup against him, but we need something a little bit better going on. So we're obviously bringing the Spell Bombs. Pest aren't that good. We just bring the Strands. And then we just cut Renewals. These snacks are still valuable. I probably want to cut like 1 Conviction. Bone Shards are still important. Red Room Recruits. I think we cut some Recruits and like a Recon. Maybe just like 1 snack in case they have lots of graveyard shenanigans. Sometimes they do. Right, yes, I would like to play first. This hand is better. It's a little bit slower, obviously, because we don't have. We can't do our turn 1. But I think it's still pretty well set up, to be honest. Let's just go Swamp Go. Follow with the Basilica. Alright, they're going just Plains, Mountain Go. Right, well, we will just have to do this. Feels a bit How's Your Father, but you know, it is what it is. And hopefully we just hit something for this Red Room Recruit. Like if we just hit a Breathless Knight or an Inspiring Overseer, then we can just unearth it. It's kind of like the whole point of this deck, but alright, there's that. Can't do anything about that. Let's just do Red Room Recruit. Try and hit a Breathless Knight so we can unearth it. Recom. I think we're just gonna get rid of one of the unearths, to be honest. Let's go Swamp. Play Spell Bomb. Let's go. And probably next turn we're just playing. I got another one of these now. They have no other mountain though. Still very scary though how their deck can go. Let's just play the veteran. Let's just outright rights it now. Let's try and hit something else. Maybe even want to rights and unearth like this more. Let's just bring it. Yeah, let's bring it back. I think on our next turn we are just going to conviction this. We probably should just conviction this and unearthed it. And just got rid of this other spell bomb that we have. Because we can't do much. They got brick walls up right now. We're basically just looking for a Breathless Knight. That's all we're doing. We're playing Epicure. Alright. Just darting. Yeah, fair cool, fair cool. Is a lot of damage. Alright, there's Basilica. Honestly, let's just drop this. Unearth it. Now we can actually go Raffine's Informant. Yeah, I do want to make it a little bit bigger. So let's just go Raffine's Informant. And then recom the Breathless Knight. And that's how we win this game. And then we can unearth it if we need to. So we discard this. Recom the Breathless Knight. There we go. Alright. Responses opponent. There we go. We got our 4/4. We finally have our 4/4. I mean, everything's dealing 4 damage though when it comes in. In this case, what they're doing, they have the Lava Dart. I think we just unearth our Red Room Recruit. Yeah, let us just unearth this Red Room Recruit and try and hit something else. Give us like a Lunark Veteran or something like that. Let's cut this one. No other land. Maybe we just play this. I guess we could actually, sorry, we should actually just Spellbomb now. And then we should have played the Swamp in case we hit something else. A lot of damage. Got 4 cards left. Force them to use their mountain though. Let's draw a card as Village Rights. Well, we'll just play this. Guess next turn we can use we can Village Rights like the Red Room Recruit and do something else with it. It's a lot harder. It takes a lot harder than I thought it would be. It's not as straightforward as I want. Alright, they are playing a Relic now, which feels a little bit slow. I mean, we can try and unearth something else now, and then it probably won't work. But you can just get in with everything, but that's okay. All right, we'll continue bashing with the our dude. So I do kind of just want to do this first. Force them to use this relic. Draw 2 cards. We'll unearth it. Well, let's play that first. Let's play a Swamp, and then we'll Bone Shards, discarding a Plains. And we can play Knight and unearth still if we want to. Means they have to like act here if they want to use anything specific. It's going to be relicking. We could also just cycle that. It might be better just to cycle that. I think we just attack with these 2. And we just play this Breathless Knight. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. They're definitely going to be cycling this relic, so I think we just play this. And we just don't touch this unearth yet. So we hit like a connive and then hit something else, and we're good. We are on a nice healthy 20, 18. So they have to direct stuff to this, otherwise we're pretty good. Exactly what we wanted to do. Just draw into our Breathless Knights. Where's this being pointed? Probably that. The Breathless Knight. We'll still hold the spell bomb up because we just hit with this Breathless Knight twice. And I'm happy with that. Where's this going? Yeah, onto that one. Fair enough. But now we can just, unless they play a mountain, we can literally bring that back now. It's exactly what I want to do. Unless they just have like mountain fire blast, that'd be pretty nuts. You still need a little bit extra though. Okay, there we go. So let us just use this unearth. Get the knight. We don't have lethal this turn. I'd rather just get this knight going. Oh, sorry, I was meant to Lunak first. Lunak gains more life. My bad. Now I feel like a silly Billy. We could actually also just cycle through. Let's just cycle this now, actually. They can respond to anything with Lava Dart, so play the black. Draw a card, let's go play the Lunak Veteran. It's good at Disturbed as well, technically. 6, oh gosh. That was lethal. Alright, hopefully no play mistakes. We actually just missed lethal though, sorry. If we played just a smidge different. I'm getting used to this deck. I mean, literally I just made this deck, so yeah, alright. Awkward, we did have lethal here. Let's just attack for 9. Even then, we'll just actually just keep a blocker back in case I want to do something. We just hit for 6, gain 6. We're in 15. Yeah, we technically had lethal if we just discard the Lunak Veteran and then disturbed it. Yeah, well there you go. At least we still got there. Past my mistakes. We don't want to run anything different. I think we just want to run back what we have. We still have to appreciate the relics, obviously, but we still have to run all our stuff that we have, you know? Like, we still need to run these sneaky snackers because they can still be good. And we could maybe cut one and put something else in. Dust does not feel good against this. At least against the other decks, it does a bit more. Look, I think we keep this. It obviously doesn't feel as good, but we've got to recruit. We can play recruit. They're not doing anything specific. This turn we've got ways to handle their gutter snipes. Yeah, next time we go land, just play recruit, get rid of one of those sneaky snackers. And hopefully we just draw like a corrupted conviction or something. Alright, they did not draw a mountain. Alright. Well, we still want to just go. I think the recruit, get rid of one of these snackers now. We can play more aggro now. Like, yes, we could play a Lunak Veteran and play the Basilica to swap the lands around. But let's just go ham like this. If we draw something really fun, then we're good. Next time we just go Veteran, attack for 2. If they play a Flame Breather, we'll definitely Bone Shards, get rid of this other snacker. Just grab a prize. Yep. Good card. And that probably smooths out their hand now. So let's still just play the veterans here. Because next turn we could do like a Bone Shards to discard the snacker. Bone Shards to discard the snacker, and then Village Rites just like a veteran or whatever. Or this recruit. And then we can draw something to like bring it back. Or and really we want to save these Bone Shards for like a creature that matters, like a Gutter Snipe. So I'm hoping they just tap out and play a Gutter Snipe next turn. Alright, literally ideal for us. We can definitely have a Fire Blast, don't get me wrong. They should have hit with this. Yeah, that's good. Alright. So now we can Bone Shards, discard this other snacker, attack with everything, get back our 2 snackers. And then I'm feeling pretty good. I'll probably get rid of this so we can actually gain more life, to be honest. And we have another red room recruit anyway. All right, let's go discard a card. So get rid of this. Because that's the other thing. We have to kind of do it this turn though, because I'm worried about what they can do to us. They might have a relic on their turn. Anyway, we'll play this. We'll still pick up. I think we pick up the planes because we want double black pips to do more. And then if we want to, we can bone shards and still village rats next turn. Hopefully their turn looks a little bit more like their last turn there. Them playing a relic would be a little bit sad. We can't really play around that too well. If we had another black pip, then it would have looked better, but that's all right. Okay, we have a very good hit then still. Even if they play relic, we can get rid of this bone shard. So they're not attacking this time. That's fine with me. So obviously on our turn, we're going to go bone shards, the gutter snipe. Again, we want to discard a card or sacrifice a creature. We want to just discard this and bring back that. I think we want to just discard the red room recruit because we can recom it, and then just it's more aggro this way. Discard this. I'd land. We attack with everything. Whenever they block, we just sack it. I think that's fair enough. Probably just blocking a Lunac better, and I would assume. I want the damage in now. I think we got plenty of life. Okay. I don't think we'd sack anyway, to be honest. Let's just go village rights. Life doesn't matter as much now. We can disturb. And if you just recon back. We just disturb. Yeah, we had that anyway. There we go. All right, we're on the play. Let's look at this hand. It's so close to being keepable, but we will have to mull it. But this is more doable. I think we keep it because we can at least cycle this unearth. We just get rid of a village rights, I think. Let's go land go. We do have a very good mix of like lands in our deck. We've just been a little bit unlucky, but that's okay. That's a cool land. Seventh Heaven. Oh, yeah, it's from Final Fantasy, isn't it? All right, looks like we're playing against straight white weenies, eh? As Richard Garfield intended. Yep. So we'll just cycle that end step. Hopefully hit a white source. Very excellent choice of planes there. Okay, they're playing heroic. We might be able to Voltron bigger than them potentially. I do not know yet. Just cycle this. Not a great start. All right. Now we can just play this Breathless Knight at least. The other option is we could Lunac Veteran Village Rights. Don't love that though. No, let's just play this out and try and Voltron them faster, I guess. So next turn we can go Lunac Village Rights it. Try to hit something else. We'll still be cracking in with the 2/2 here. Like our dude can get quite big though. And we can also, I mean, we can play around with this village rights and sack in different times so they don't get lifelink. Seeker of the Way has been called. Okay. They can't exactly attack through that, and they don't have enough land. We have land here. Let's just go, let's play this now. Let's just village rights it as well, because I want to get this bigger. That is interesting. And we will play the... Do we just recomment? Maybe just recomment. I think we just recom it because we have it, to be honest. And then worst case scenario, like it can just block something a bit easier. Attack for 3 in the air. You know, it's kind of can block a Lagona or what have you. I know, we need to draw some extra meat and potatoes now, that's for sure. This extra recom is not gonna do the job. It's gonna be a pretty big secret of the way. I'm putting the counters on that, and then it becomes a 4/4. They're probably better off also not firing this off now. If they don't need to, then don't, you know. Main Umbra, alright. So we're gonna be gaining a lot more life. Can we just take it for now? Sneaky Snack is not the best draw, but let's just get rid of this courage. And we'll attack 3. Yeah, Bodyguard's pretty good. It's just more of like just a white weenie variant instead. Oh, Homestead Courage. Okay, yep. Let's just block this Laguna Trailblazer. I have to use this recom again. Overseer is nice. Let's just play this first, to be honest, and then we'll see what we get. Raffine's forming and get rid of the Sneaky Snacker. That. Alright, let's get him for 3 lifelink. And likely, so next turn I want to get the Sneaky Snacker back. So we can block with the Overseer, and then we can recom that, and then we can Red Room Recruit, and that's off the draw, so we can get back to Sneaky Snacker. We have tons of blocks, and I feel like over time we can get more lifelink. It's more if they get a Spirit Link, then we can be in trouble here. I was also tempted to just double block this Secret of the Way. Now we can't. Now we can't. Alright, we'll just block that. Don't have trample or anything. By the first strike though, which is pretty legit. Look you there. Take the old 6. Brutal. Let's see if we can outscale this deck, okay? Village Rats is good as well to Snacker. Let's just recom first this Overseer. And we've got a Curse Marauders in the sideboard as well. Let's just shield to these. Draw a card. I'm still kind of keen to honestly play the Recruit. And then Disturb. Get rid of land. And then we can just draw cards off the Sneaky Snacker for 2 turns in a row. We'll bring back the Veteran now. Alright. We can continue to block as well what they have. Anyway, let's attack for 6 lifelink. Want to recognize that does have vigilance. And then yeah, hopefully we can just keep sacking this sneaky snacker. We'll keep all the flyers. I think we need to just get our hits in. So yeah, I'm glad we have the Curse Marauder in our sideboard. Is Crypt Routes worth it? Probably the Prismatic Strands are worth it as well, to be honest. Let's skate that as well. Still no extra lifelink, which is important. I think we'll honestly just still chuck like one creature in front of this. Big sight, yeah, that's just another Homestead Courage. Yep. Alright, now we're blocking that. Block 1, take 8. I want to keep this around in case I want to give something pro white, and then I guess we've got the snacker. Let's just get rid of this. Come back. Let's play the Overseer now. I'll draw something fun. Basilica, okay. I think we still play the Recruit. Play the Recruit, and then we'll just pick up the Bajuka Bog, I think, with the Basilica. Let's just get rid of the swamp here. Let's attack in the air. No reach as of yet. Play the Basilica, pick up the Bog. I don't know if we can outscale them. That's the thing. I think now for next turn, do we have more than one? I mean, can we use the village rights to do what we said we're doing with the lifelink? Maybe we should have just done that twice before. Just block with the Red Room Recruit again. On the 9/9. We could force them to a spot where they use this Benevolent Bodyguard, I guess, is the other thing. Alright, deck. Needs Informant. Let's just start off with that, I guess. Try and get something interesting, maybe. It is good getting rid of the snackers, but yeah, we probably want to keep the village right. So if we attack for 7/10 and just block with these and they gain 3, it's probably better. Maybe we still do that. I think that's the only way of actually winning the game. Yeah, and then we just block the Seeker of the Way and then village right, sack. As long as they don't have trample, we're happy. And then we can come in with the flying damage in the end there. So maybe we should have just kept the other village rights, but I wanted to kind of just use the sneaky snacker a little bit before we got into things. And we also draw 2 freshies off this as well, so they can, if they don't have a spirit link, then they can figuratively go up to they're emerging unscathed that. But also doesn't give it lifelink. From black, I guess. Yeah. I think they realized about that. What happens when you do white? I think they just realized that. That's okay. It happens, opponent. It happens. All right, now at least we get this game won. Yep. There's a lot lower now. Look this. We'll go to 14, then we should have lethal in the air. So we'll go like this. Oops, like this. Gain a life. Draw 2 cards. If we draw an ability tries, we get our other snacker back. We don't. Yeah, there's the angelic renewal. That's funny. Yeah, and then we take 10, and then we attack lethal. Yeah, it is lethal, which is good. What you want in a deck. All right, let's just still do this first, because I want to see if we, you know, hit a disturb or something like that. Yep. Okay. They realize we've won. All right. So we'll bring in prismatic strands. We'll bring in accursed marauders. We could bring them as Mesmeric Fiends, actually. It's probably good enough, to be honest. I like keeping the unearths, and we'll just cut the recoms, I think. I don't think they're as needed. Sneaky snackers, I do want to cut down on a little bit. Probably the angelic renewal as well. Overseers. I think the bone shards are very important. Village rights are important. Steal the red room recruits are important. We just cut all the snackers. They didn't feel as good. And just run more of a straight mid-range build with like good value as well, you know? This is close, but I'm kind of into it, to be honest. Because we can village rights our veteran. Let's keep this. This is probably insane, but draw a land, you know, we can just bone shards and get an all mate. We get a swamp, we can just get rid of that now, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Bone shards, discard a card, get rid of you. I'm probably gonna discard mind the Mesmeric Fiend might be kind of good actually. Maybe we get rid of this. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. At least we can get it back from another means. Alright, there we go. There we go, opponent. Let's see if that's enough. We're just gonna play another creature. Another creature? They don't. Okay. That was my other option, is I could have just also played this Mesmeric Fiend. I might just unearth. Just use our mana, because we're like going to be bringing back this Fiend. Let's just do this in case we want to village rights it. And if they play like a relic or whatever, then, you know, we can just do that. Pass. Ideally, I want to draw a land so I can Mesmeric Fiend and get rid of something. Alright, just another land. I think they drew that though. Alright, they got a Kron Skyguard. I'll put an Umber on it. Yep, fair enough. Flying's good. Flying's a very good one to have. Alright, let's go play the Mesmeric Fiend. And then we'll stack this properly, and then let's village rights the Mesmeric Fiend, draw 2 cards. Definitely taking the card Ethereal Armor. We could. It's gonna put both on though. Do you want to try and get rid of it? I don't know. If we draw, we need an Accursed Marauder essentially. It's what we need to draw. All right, there we go. So we are in a little bit of dire straits here as soon as they put on the other 2 auras here. But if we draw an Accursed Marauder, I think we're fine. And also Breathless Knight will be nice. Yep, no lifelink as of yet, but we have no flyers either, which is scary. That's a 9/9. That's a 9/9. That's why we got rid of the Ethereal Armor. So we have 2 turns to find something, essentially. Let's just connive first. There's no Lunac veteran. I think we just connive. and likely actually just discard this and use it as a blocker to try and find a Curse Marauder. Once we find that, we are golden. So let's just get rid of this Lunite Veteran. Play a Swamp. Just disturb it. And then we can sack this and disturb that. Alright, let's get him for 1. Please, and draw a lifelink effect. Definitely have to convict that Lunite Veteran though. And we should block. We block at all chances because they can draw like the benevolent, you know, just any form of protection to get through the flyers. So we just want to block every time we can. All right, there we go. They just have a plains in their hand, I'm pretty sure. They definitely don't have that in their hand. They attack, we block. What more could you want? And yeah, let's just draw a Curse Marauder and then we win the game. Prismatic Strands helps. We have lots of ways to progress this game. That's the headquarters. Let's just attack first. And then we will still, maybe we just play the Overseer first. And then Conviction the Veteran. We can draw 2 Bone Shards, that's another option. It's just a land. Okay, headquarters, pass. We're blocking that again. Alright, Sentinel Eyes. Vigilance means we can't attack them. But again, Curse Marauder, we're in business, you know? Curse Marauder, we win the game. We have a couple blocks left actually. You can always keep drawing stuff though, I guess. Alright, give me a Curse Marauder. Come on. I don't want to go to a game 3. Give me my boy. That is not what I wanted. No land. Alright, now we're in a grim area here. We will just, I think, play this Mesmeric Fiend. Probably better to play. Pretty sure it's just like a land, I'm pretty sure. They are taking a bit of time to think about it though. It is an emerge unscathed. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we kind of did that then anyway. Let's just play a land. And obviously say go. We can't block next turn. And then we have one more after that, and then yeah, if we don't draw a Curse Marauder, we've been through a third of our deck. Statistically would have seen 1. So maybe after this one more draw we see it. We have lots of draws on our deck. We can play another Breathless Knight to block. It's basically just a Curse Marauder or a bust. Or we got Prismatic Strands as well for another draw. Yeah, they're coming in pro black. Oh, they go pro white here. Oh, they go pro white. They lose everything, which they're not going to do. We still block this because reasons. The reason being is that they can give this pro white next turn, and it's like still, you know, 7/7 or whatever. All right, okay, that's good. Our Curse Marauder is not as good anymore. But at least we can, if we get one, we can try and find it unearth. All right, let's keep going. Oops, sorry. For black is probably a good place to start. Okay, that is a good card. Let's just get rid of this, I guess. And just pass the turn. So let's not block, because we want to be able to flash back the strands as well. Come on, a Curse Marauder. Give me a Curse Marauder, please. Please, Lord. Mesmeric Fiend. Well, let's just play as Mesmeric Fiend then. They might have something in their hand that matters. Is this another one? Probably is. Maybe we can bait them into actually using, giving it pro white and then getting in, losing their totem armors. Oh yeah, just the homestead courage. Fair enough. They could have done that and then pro whited. Anyway, let's keep these cards on our hands. We just pass again. The Curse Marauder, please give me the Curse Marauder. Okay, things are getting a little bit harder now. I keep drawing creatures like this. Use the strands. Alright, deck, give me something good. Land is not what's going to cut the mustard here. We'll play land. Just say go. But yeah, now they can kind of like... we obviously use the strands. Strands. Cast, tap our white creature. White. Alright, deck. Unearth. I mean, that does actually get the Overseer back. Let's just do that. Get back the Overseer. I know I'm still playing this game, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. Right, we draw a card. That is a very late to the party Breathless Knight, but again, it's more blocks. They can still just go pro white and then come in for lethal here, which they probably should do. But we do have 2 cards in our hand. Alright, we continue. Let's just block that, and then we will just chuck in like the 2. Oh, we still can't really get rid of that. Let's just go block that with a Mesmeric Fiend. Alright, deck. Give me something to work with here. They're probably just a little bit too scared to... Okay, we got a village rights. I think we fire this off now on this. See what we get. Okay. So my question is, well, let's just do this Raffine's Informant first. Can we save the Raffine's Informant actually? Let's just Bone Shards and get rid of the Benevolent Bodyguard. Just sacrifice a creature as well. Get rid of that. Just discard the Bog. Hold on to a Fiend's Informant. We've got 2 more blockers. Hopefully we just draw Curse Marauders and then we can actually win the game. Wouldn't that be good? Now they're both getting a little bit scary now. So we'll just block and block this, and let's just block this. We are being whittled down though. We need like a Curse Marauder now. We do need. Right, we'll play this for Fiend's Informant. Come on, deck. So funny that we've lived this long though. Yeah, look, it's technically good, so we'll still play it. We need to draw a Curse Marauder into a Curse Marauder. I swear I put them in my deck. I swear they're in there. They're in there, bro. They're in there. I just haven't seen them. Okay. What we are going to do is just going to block with one Breathless Knight. Because we're going to gain 2 anyway from the lifelink. So we'll go to 2. Oh, it's first strike. Oh no. Okay, that's alright. Let's go to a game 3. I forgot about the first strike. I'm surprised we didn't find another Curse Marauder in that entire part of our deck, because I kind of want to run these recoms. So we've been through half their deck and they didn't have any extra sideboard stuff. I wasn't as a fan of these Mesmeric Fiends. Yeah, they hit some stuff sometimes, but let's just have ways to bring back more stuff, I think, is what I want. Bring back Breathless Knights, bring back Marauders, and just win the game that way. This is what I want. We can Curse Marauder and unearth it, and that just like GG's them there. Like, you know what I mean? Prismatic Strands as well. And we'll let them just play a bunch of stuff on there, I think. We'll do... I think we just play the Basilica TBH. We'll just play this, pick up the planes. I don't want to scare them straight up. But now we can go like a Curse Marauder, unearth it. And hopefully just dump some stuff into this Laguna and Trailblazer. This can play mono creatures, it looks like. Excellent choice, excellent choice. They're not, oh, obviously they can't attack. Alright, well, I'm more inclined to do this with Fiends. You know what? I kind of want to do that all in one turn. Let's just do Raffine's Informant. We want all the swamps, don't we? Let's get rid of plains. Play a swamp, say go. And we can still just go Curse Marauder, unearth, unearth. Very hard to beat that. I just want them to actually commit some of their auras first, so we can actually just cook them. They just have mono creatures this time. Well, at least we can get rid of all their creatures. Okay, and now they're tapped out. So let's just do the Marauder 3 times. Still can't attack. Alright, let's get rid of all these creatures. A lot of creatures this time. Alright. Marauder 1. This is crazy, man. Get rid of the Marauder. I was still kind of hoping they would do something extra, you know, but anyway, target the Marauder, bring it back, get rid of your creature. We'll sacrifice the Marauder because we still have a bunch of unearths still. We'll attack with one of Raffine's Informant. Alright, there we go. Do you have any more creatures left? You do have another creature left, okay. You have 2 more creatures. Well, they have a way more heavier hand this time. And probably just escaping the Sentinel Eyes, I can imagine. Yep. Okay, let's just play the Lunarch Veteran. We still need to draw some stuff now, which is pretty funny, but we'll play this, pick up a swamp. And then hopefully we just draw like a Bone Shards, I guess, for the Trailblazer. We're gonna be taking a lot of damage for a while. Been a long match, a very long match. Just mono creatures. I would have made a bog for that Sentinel Eyes at the beginning. In the beginning. When you hit him with like a crit rush or something like that. There's the Ethereal Armor. Alright. Now we'll cook him with some gas. We'll take 5. That's just whatever. First Strike Vigilance, hey? Give me a Bone Shards deck. Alright, there's an Accursed Marauder again. Let's play this. I mean, if we play this, it's probably just going to get rid of that, to be honest. But anyway, we'll do that. Assume we're just getting rid of the Trailblazer. And then we need to draw literally always yield to these, always yield to these. Sacrifice the Marauder. We can just recom, like we can draw recoms, unearths. There's lots of ways to kind of do our thing with that. And we've got this prismatic strands. We've got so many draws, you know. We've used a Curse Marauder 4 times. 4 times. Seems good. So what we need to do is do it 2 more times and we can win the game. I wasn't really expecting them to survive 4 Curse Marauders, but here we are. Still playing this game. Exiling, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll still take a Bone Shards though. We just take this as well, to be honest. We're in like a dire spot. We've got this Prismatic Strand still. Right, swamps are not good, and I don't want to play them because we might need to discard them with Bone Shards. We can't attack. We just need we need to get rid of this somehow. That's what we need to do. Another creature. All right, they got creatures coming out the wazoo, and this Sentinel Eyes is going to keep coming back as well. And we only got 1 more Curse Marauder in the deck. Oh, there's a Breathless Knight at least. Maybe just maybe we can get this big enough to do something. So we're going to play these lands. Just pass. Probably now we can actually block with a veteran and then upskill the Breathless Knight and then start going to some semi amount of town. Unless they put an Ethereal Armor on a Chrome Skyguard. This is crazy. This is a crazy game. 5/5's gonna be hard to get through, to be honest. Block here with this. They're running a lot more creatures than I would expect as well, to be honest. The thing is, this is gonna like definitely jump up a lot quicker. Maybe we should have held on to that Curse Marauder because of that Thraben Charm. Anyway, let us play this. First strike is a little bit brutal. I still don't want to play a swamp. Let's pass. Thing is, they could have an Emergence Gate in their hand as well. Alright, they got a Spirit Link now. They should be attacking with both, to be honest. A 6/6 as well. I think we block with this veteran. We wait a little bit before we go crazy with anything. Like we can block this. Yeah, Spirit Link happens. We'll attack with the Breathless Knight next turn. There's another Breathless Knight. Well, let's just play it. Serve this. They just get pro white, don't they? No, pro white, they lose everything. Alright, let's attack with this Breathless Knight. We get pro white, it cooks them. It's the one thing on our side at least. Block the Trailblazer. We're probably even just going to recom the Raffine's Informant, to be honest. Unless we draw our third Curse Marauder. That would be a nice draw. Throwing Overseer is also a nice draw. Charming that. Okay. We can recom that now. I have 2 4/4s out. No, sorry, come back. Block with this one. We definitely do need to hit something good though. I can't see these these Breathless Knights getting big enough. That's my problem. We recom the Raffine's informant. I need bone shards, I guess. Might be better. We've got prismatic strands as well. Let's just bring back the Breathless Knight. The first strike is a little bit frustrating here. They both become 4/4s. Let's play a land and say go. If I was them, I'd be getting in with both. Yeah, let's just pop a strands, I reckon. I could even just take 8, to be honest. Take 8. We're gonna go to time at this rate. But it was a fun game, sorry guys. It'd be interesting how it kind of plays out. We haven't been through too much of our deck yet. Alright, recruit, let's play that. Let's try and get rid of one of these swamps and get something else. Another swamp. Okay, well let's just pass. Another swamp's not going to do it. Stick of the way. Okay. We kind of need to draw bone shards into bone shards, really. But we do need to do anyway. I think they have an emergent scape in their hand, I think. Anyway. We've been kind of holding up 2 cards. They should be just getting in with this. Guess I'll be attacking for 8 on the crackback every time. We gain life, they gain life. Raffine's informant, we'll play that, see what we get. It's another swamp, okay. Well, we just run back exactly what we did last time here. I will probably concede in a second, but it's been a fun game. Wish it did time out though. I feel like even if we just drew a couple more like recom-esque effects, would be in a good spot. Like if we had them to, if we got these to 7/7s or something like that. All right, well there's an Accursed Marauder, a little bit late, but that's okay. We'll play the Accursed Marauder. We'll sack the Accursed Marauder. I assume they just get rid of a Seeker of the Way. We'll still hold on to these 2 swamps in case we draw any other connivers. Yeah, another Spirit Link. I think we're pretty. We will just block this, obviously. And we just take 10 anyway, really. And a lot of life. Oh, Voltron, this Trailblazer. Alright, Bone Shards. Well, we're gonna use this Bone Shards. Discarding a card. Because we can draw, if we draw another Bone Shards, then we're like in a very good spot. But I think they have a Emergent Scapes in their hand here. Oh, yeah, they do have that. Okay. Alright, that's GG's anyway. Alright, so just a quick wrap up time here. So this was the deck. There's a couple of notes I probably want to change on this. I mean, we probably didn't play enough to see cards like Angelic Renewal really work. The mana fields are just a bit off. I think it needs to be improved. The problem with Pauper is like just dual land bases are just hard anyway, and we want to play this aggro mid-range list. We want all these untapped sources, so sometimes you just have to kind of be lucky. I think maybe as we just improve with playing this deck, we might not have as many issues with choosing what lands to play because we know the lines a little bit better. So I'm kind of inclined to keep the land base as is. You could probably, if you want to, cut like a plains for like another headquarters. I like the life gain more than the dealing damage. I think that's quite important. Other things I'll probably change. Obviously, Lunark Veterans felt good. Probably cutting the renewal and just adding the another inspiring overseer is pretty important. And I mean, we don't want to add more recommissions. I think we want more ways to essentially still have a very powerful turn 3 where we've discarded something that we can bring back. And so Breathless Knight is a good, like the best obviously, but we need something else that's also going to kind of get the job done as well. So yeah, being able to have the inspiring overseer and even just recon that or unearth that is good, and just kind of continue drawing cards. We have a very good flying base here. We might want to run some level of snuff outs. I think that would kind of be good. We can spend our mana doing other things then. But I'd be curious to know what you think about this anyway. This is the first kind of iteration, or if we even need to try and fit like Prismatic Strands into the main deck. It's also an option. Maybe getting rid of some of the Red Room recruits and putting in more like the discarding-esque, even this Bone Shards effects. We're already running 4 anyway, but you know what I mean. Sideboard wise, I was kind of happy with it. Again, we probably haven't played that much to really see where we wanted to go with it. I could see well we're running 3 Prismatic Strands, and I kind of want some snuff outs in here somewhere. The Crypt Rats is a little bit cute, but again, we haven't seen that against where it would sit with like Red Rally and whatnot. But anyway, this is the deck. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.